Sarah Talk Solutions. Welcome to Sarah Talk Solutions. Ladies and gentlemen, you're tuning in a bit of a different type of show. You can shoot me an email, theblog, drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Guys, I have another amazing week in store for you guys. I'd love to hear from you. By all means, drop me an email, drop me a text. I love to hear what you get up to in this crazy world of Los Angeles. You're listening to Miss Sarah B, and I'm your host. You can shoot me an email, theblog, drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Just the two of us, we're like diamonds in the dust. All these things we do for love, can't just give it up. When it's just the two of us, we're like diamonds in the dust.
Life is hard, but finding a really great podcast makes the days go by so much easier. Hi, my name is Blue Telusma. I'm a writer, an emotional intelligence coach, and the host of Humanize with Blue Telusma, a podcast where we believe that when you humanize everyone in the room, a great conversation is almost guaranteed. Join us every week here on Electricast as me and my guest co-hosts unpack big topics and interview even bigger personalities with a sense of humor and a dash of mischief. If you're looking for a new best friend in your head, we've got you covered. Electricast.
You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can drop me an email, theblog, drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Guys, another week, another show, another, chat, another talk, depending where you are, what you're doing, if you're traveling, if you're going back to school, if you're going back to work. It's that kind of crazy time of the year where, things are, in the US, people are going back to school. Nothing's really going on. Like, for example, not much of holidays and nothing really to kind of celebrate as such. I know in Oz, they still had the school and it's actually winter there. So depending on where you are in the globe, where you are in, the world of the world. You listen to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can drop me an email, theblog, drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email, theblog, drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only Miss Sarah B, and I'm your host. Guys, I have another week, an amazing week, which is in store. I always love to hear from you guys, what you guys get up to, what you're doing, what's your movements. I always like to hear anything that's going crazy, because there's always something moving and going on crazy la la land, because it is la la land. You're welcome to Sarah Talk Solutions.
Can't just give it up when it's just the two
listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email at theblock@sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio. Every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Guys, I have another amazing week, another amazing show that I love to, hear from you guys. By all means, shoot me an email, drop me a text. Love to hear what you guys are up to and what are your plans and what are your movements. You're listening to Miss Sarah B, and I'm your host.
Just to fuck it up when it's just the two of us. We're like diamonds in the dust. 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 We're like diamonds in It's the last time, last night. 'Cause I don't wanna love you, babe. Don't love you, babe. Can't love you, babe. It's the last time that I'm gonna touch you, babe. Last night, I don't want your company. 'Cause I don't wanna love you, babe.
You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can drop me an email, theblock@sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Guys, I have an amazing show, another week, great installed, with great stories, great finds, great things to talk about. And let's just devour into it. Let's just get right into it as such, where the good old beauty schools. There is so many people in this city claim to be, something they're not. Like, for example, I had a horrific situation with Paul Mitchell, where they kept me there for almost 6-7 hours, and I wanted to get my hair, colored or blah blah blah. They had no idea what they were doing, no idea. It was horrible. I have still got the photos, still traumatized by it all. The one in Sherman Oaks, which was just absolutely horrible. Even the manager, they didn't even comp my parking to compensate. I still had to pay. And I was just like, that was pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. And I actually mentioned it to the Academy of Beauty here in Culver City, where it was just like, I'm still traumatized, because I'm even telling that academy of their school, which is LA's best kept secret, how the experience and how it was. Even the lady that was working there, when she saw me come in, she could see that I was just not myself. Like, it was just a horrible experience. So all these top end or expensive, schools, you doesn't necessarily going to get a good person that they know what they're doing. They're only just doing it for the name, and obviously getting their, their hours, up. The Academy of Beauty, which is there in Culver City, that's where I go there now. And they are amazing in a sense of what they do. It took me some time to get used to it, but they're there. Love to hear what you have to say. just drop me an email, theblock@saratalks.com. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email, theblock@saratalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. We're talking about good old beauty schools. You know, there's so many of them. They claim to be good beauty schools. As I said, I had a horrific experience with Paul Mitchell, which they are just horrible. That school is not a school. They say, get the skills you need. Nah, I just got really bad just stylists where they had no idea. It's a big name. So it was just horrible. And then I had to, which I did, I ended up going to the Academy of Beauty, which is a beauty school, which is here in Culver City, which I didn't know anything about it. And they do such an amazing good job with unbelievable prices. Like this morning, I went and just got my hair blow dried for good old, the prices. It doesn't, I end up tipping him more because he did such a great job. It's when they say Academy of Beauty, LA Best Kept Secret, yes. Selection of services at unbeatable prices. They're in Main Street, Culver City. You can follow them on Facebook. You can follow them on the Academy of Beauty. They do all sorts of things, cosmetology. They have hairstyling, hair, scalp treatments, matrix tint and bleach. They do high and low lights and frosting, permanent, chemical relaxer, anesthetics, facial treatments, special services, and body waxing, which is just amazing. As I said, I'm just really taken back. So all works performed by students are supervised by instructors. So yes, it's just amazing. I just love the fact they do everything and anything. I'm just taken back. I'm just really impressed. Like I said, I had such finally, it took me some time, and I said, and you can hear it in me. Some of these beauty schools shouldn't be beauty schools. That their retail products, their skin care is Morad, Dermacology, and they Dr. Grandel. So it all depending on who you get at the end of the day. As I said, I've been all over LA trying to find, as I said, just a blowout. You know what I mean? They're charging you anywhere from $60 and up. And to walk out where you just want to cry, yeah. No. I met this amazing guy. I'm really impressed. I am very happy. They slowly but surely getting to know me and they're getting to know them, which is just amazing. It just takes time, which it does, to build that trust. They get to know you as a person and you get to know them as as who works there and who doesn't. We're all in the same reason, you know what I mean? You do a good job, you're going to get return clientele. You're going to be happy customers, happy clients. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can drop me an email, theblock@saratalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Feeling would change, but I can't get you out of my heart. I moved mountains away, still I couldn't escape. Now I see in the dark. You bring me closer to God. Don't know if it's heaven or not. I'm not afraid of falling. You bring me closer to God. Don't know if it's heaven or not. I'm not afraid of falling.
You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email, theblock@saratalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can drop me an email, drop me a text. You can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. We're talking about good old beauty schools. There is so many beauty schools in crazy La La Land. The best one I found, which is the Academy of Beauty. I met and this amazing guy, his name is Sergio, which he did an amazing blowout. Like, oh boy. Like, I am so happy as such, where it's just amazing. I just love the fact, like, it's just taking me some time. It upsets me because, you know, you don't know what you're getting, not what you're gonna get. You just want a good wash and a blowout. Simple as that. You know, I know we're all learning, you know, like, for example, you know, they saying here, you know, how much does a beauty school cost in California? Tuitions and fees, schedule. So cosmetology is, you need to do 100 hours, which is the tuition, which is $16,000. Barbering, which is 1,000 hours, which is another 16,000. Esthetician, oh boy, I can't even say the word, which is 600 hours, which is 9,000. Manicurist, which is 400 hours, which is like 4,500. And, you know, it's just a lot. Like, you know, depending on, you know, where you want to go, get your hair done. Like, you've got here, you know, it just, you know, it's just a lot, like, in a sense of, you know, finding a salon, you know, which is really good and they know what they're doing. It takes a long time. I understand that, you know, which, you know, I get it, you know, because we're all learning. But when it's at your cost, where you just want a simple wash and a blowout, which I'm really happy that I found. But at the same time, it's just like, just finding a good, you know, stylist. Like, it goes a long way in that sense, because I know that, you know, it takes time, you know, in a sense of where you just kind of like, you know, just finding that right person. And, you know, if they do it for the right reasons, it goes a long way again. Like, it's just next level. Like, I can't explain it enough. Like, where to go, where to find them, you know, what's good, what's not good, you know what I mean? Like, there is just so many out there. And you can tell from a good person to someone who's just doing it for the sake of just doing it. It makes a big difference. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email, theblock@sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. We're talking about the good old beauty schools. There's so many out there. You know, top 13 beauty schools in California. I found a good one, which is just in Culver City, which is it's called Academy of Beauty, LA Best Kept Secret.
Can't get you out of my heart. I moved mountains away
You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email at theblog.sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. You can hear me every Friday. You're listening to the best digital radio station in the nation, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email at theblog.sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email at theblog.sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Guys, the next topic of this next stage where we are striking, where SAG-AFTRA video game strike, it is in full effect. It's happened. It's been going on since July, end of July. Video game performers are fighting for their livelihoods, which were facing a pivotal moment. Employers of some of the largest video game companies want to use AI to replace the use of our own performances without compensation, transparency, or consent. The technology advances have allowed the industry to expand and grow. We know the technology moves forward quickly and changes inevitably, and performs we can and do to adapt alongside it. However, we can cut out the industry we helped create it. When it comes to artificial intelligence and digital replensia, we demand that performers retain right to give a revoked consent and receive compensation, transparency for such uses of their performances. This ask is entirely reasonable and feasible. We know because the independent and major studios have already signed to the tier budget interactive media agreements, which includes those protections. So in saying that, now, as we know, it is the video game strike, which is the end of July. It's been happening out last Thursday, out in at Disney or Warner Brothers Studios, out there picketing, out on the picketing line once again. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can drop me an email, theblog.sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The good old strike, it's at it again, and it doesn't seem to be closing or no resolution anytime soon. Oh boy, living in America, the constantly just strike after strike after strike. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email, theblog.sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email, theblogsarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Guys, we're talking about the good old strike. We're talking about the good old strike where the gamers are in full effect, which I hoping that we're coming to a resolution. But we were out there picketing last Thursday at Disney or Warner Brothers, depending on where you want, where you want to take it. Among the loopholes, employees or employers are willing to obtain the consent to compensate you for the use of digital replica is recognizable as you, which carves out nearly the movement's work and majority of work voice too, such as performing a character voice matching and efforts. They want to reserve the right to have your digital replica say or do things that are religious, or protect class and endorse political positions without telling you and obtaining your agreement first. They have also claimed movement performers are not really performers, but rather data, even though they continue to hire experienced professional actors and stunt performers to do the work. This is using their language because they don't want to give the movement performers the consent, control, and compensation they deserve. We invite you to read this comparison of which have put forth versus the employees' proposals. So, once you've had the chance to read the documents, please share it with your fellow and social media. Visit the sagafter.org/video game strike to learn other ways to support the fellow SAG-AFTRA members in their strike actions and put pressure on employees to bring them back to the negotiating room. So, in saying that, you can jump on their website, SAG-AFTRA video game strike. So, the comparison of union employee proposal, artificial intelligence. So the union proposal to the employer proposal, definition of digital replica, where you can jump on the website and just for your own reading, for your own pleasure. It's about 4 pages, which is not too long, but still. The sheer fact there's another strike going, which we do not want. Guys, we need to stop these crazy strikes because we just all want to get back to work. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. Drop me an email, theblogsarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA.
They just learn to fight. We'll keep climbing up till we touch the sky. Hotter than the sun, we keep burning bright. Higher than the moon, we always rise. We always rise.
You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email at theblogsarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. You can jump on my socials and see all my movements around what's going on in LA. I am talking about the good old strike, the gamers strike, where they're on strike as we speak. You can jump on the website, which is sagafter.org/video game strike. Learn ways, other ways to support your fellow SAG-AFTRA members in their strike action and put pressure on employees to bring them back to the negotiating rooms. So you need assistance or get in touch, by all means, contact them. They have like a 4-page, comparison, which, for the employee's proposal. Jump on the website. You can watch it. You can read it at your own leisure. As such, as we know, we're back out on the strike.
We always rise.
You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email at theblogsaratalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Guys, we are talking about another strike. Now it's the gamers, which I'm not impressed. It just doesn't want to stop. I don't know what it is with this country of the US. Everyone wants to strike. They don't want to come to a resolution. They just want to put everyone out of work. It is not fun. I'm not impressed. It's exhausting. It's taking away our livelihood as such. And it's just, people are afraid. Like, it's just, they're saying, is AI changing the video games? Performers strike against the video games companies, and AI is sticking point. Here's how the game development and has evolved. Are video game companies going on strike? SAG-AFTRA is going on strike again. This time, the union is calling the work stoppage against the major video game companies after nearly 2 years of trying to negotiate is an interactive media agreement. The decision to hit the picket lines comes 10 months after the union initial strike authorization vote. So that came out July 25th of 2024. What is the strike in gaming? So there's a physical attack. Strike and attack are used pretty much interchangeability in fighting game lingo, but sometimes strike, we can use it to include physical attacks, but exclude, projects, especially when you're talking about move that is invincible to certain things, but not to others. So it's just like, good question. Is there a decline in gaming? In 2023, US game revenue fell at 2.3% over the previous year. Game usage is down. In 2021, the average gamer was spending about 16 and a half hours a week on games. A year later, they fell to 13 hours. Meanwhile, the share of population that plays the games has shrunk as well. So, it all depends. There's still a demand, but, as I said, the cost of living, everything is just catching up. Unfortunately, it's just not a good place to be. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email at theblogsaratalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, we can jump on our socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. You can shoot me an email, shoot me a text. I love to hear from you. We are at the stage where we actually strike. Well, the gamers are on strikes now, and it's not fun. Something I don't want to talk about it, but it's upsetting. It needs to be addressed. Is the video game industry in trouble? Here's why. Business Insider. Will video games still exist in the future? Although they're still at early stages, these technologies hint a future with limitless gaming and entertainment possibilities. Video games are more than just pastime. They serve a compass pointing towards the future of technology. So it's just like, for example, is the Xbox declining? Microsoft continues to decline and the Xbox console sales continued throughout the last fiscal quarter. The company has confirmed, but now familiar patterns. They're not limited to Microsoft. Revenues from gaming hardware fell again. This time it's 42%. So it's just been felt everywhere. There's no way around it. We just got to keep at it. We've got to keep positive, got to stay forward. Just unfortunately just don't get trapped or lured or sucked into just the no and just the badness of just like life. We just got to adapt with the times as such. You just got to stay focused. You got to stay positive. You just got to just keep at it. Just got to keep at it. There's no way around it. It's
the Labor Day Chevy.
It's just how it is, and it sucks. But we just got to stay on top of it. Just keep your vibes high, sage your apartment, salt it, whatever. Just keep the good energy. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions.
Can't say I won't cry for you.
You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email, theblogsarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can, jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You're listening to the best digital radio station in the nation, The Block 105 Radio. Woohoo! Woohoo!
It's easy just to let go. Oh, I picked your side long ago. Paradise, risked it all. Oh, I picked your side long ago. Paradise, risked it all.
You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email, theblogsarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Guys, we're talking about the strike, the crazy gamer strikes, which I don't like. I don't like reading it. I certainly don't like getting those emails. We were out there last Thursday on the picket lines, to support the my fellow actors and fellow, industry people. It is just hurtful. It is just upsetting. I just can't get over it. By all means, you can shoot me an email, theblogsarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email at theblog.sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email at theblog.sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Guys, as you all know, I am a foster parent for cats and dogs. I have this cute little Calio. Her name is Lily. I call her Baby Lily. She is the most sweetest darling, in a sense of she's just adorable. She's scared. She's a little scared. But my neighbor kitty, Mr. River, comes around and he is helping her build the confidence. I can just see it's just adorable. You know, there, as I said, I've been doing fostering for years now, and the satisfaction I can get, like, the satisfaction is just next to nothing. You know, fostering, like, there's so many, you know, ways to give back, and this is my way of giving back. You know, is it a good idea? Of course it's an amazing idea. Not only does fostering provide an invaluable service to rescue groups and shelters who depend on foster homes, not to mention the pets themselves. It's a great way to learn about your needs as a pet parent, which it is. I am a pet parent. I love these little fur balls. They're just adorable, and more adorable. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can drop me an email, theblog.sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-9163. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email at theblog.sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. You're listening to the one and only Miss Sarah B, and I'm your host. We're talking about good old fostering, 8 reasons why you should foster. Oh my goodness. There's not enough reasons to foster. I absolutely love fostering. I got this cute little darling. Her name is, little Lily, which she is just a Calio, which she is just adorable. Still very shy, still very timid. Doesn't, not saying like humans, still afraid. But my neighbor Kitty comes around and just boosts the confidence. It is just something you need to see. It is just adorable. 8 reasons why you should foster a pet. It's, our simple fostering program saves lives this way. I encourage everyone to foster because it's giving back. Number one, they don't have space. I used to think so. The cat came along who really, really needed me, and I made the space. All it takes is a small spare bedroom or office or a bath or even a corner where you can set them up in a playpen cage, which you can borrow. So that's really, really good. That's number one. Two, I might get attached. I always get attached. Oh, yeah. Of course. Yes, you're going to get attached. And there's a term they say, it's called foster fail. And when I hear that, I'm thinking, that's a good thing. I've been really good only because I travel too much. I haven't been able to keep them on a full-time basis. So, no matter how difficult it brings your kitty back to the shelter, you know that they're helping to save a life at an easy short-term pain. When you take a foster cat, it gives us room to help other cats who are brought to the shelters that are euthanized for time and space. This what absolutely hurts. It also, you learn more about the cat's personality in the shelter environment, which turns and match cats, easier to adopt out. Number three, my own cats won't tolerate foster cat, especially an adult. If you have a separate room, this shouldn't be much of a problem. Yes, your cat was known as another cat in a house. They may be a little upset at first, but chances are they'll get over it pretty quickly, which is true, especially if you're making you wash your hands after visit with a foster cat and keep the cat from seeing each other if it's possible. So yeah, they love it. Number four, I can't afford to take another cat. This is an easy one. You get all the food and the litter, so they'll provide you all of it. They'll provide you the policy across the adoption group, so that's really good. 5, a foster cat might get my own cat sick. If you follow the basic health protocols, such as washing your hands between handling cats and wearing an overshirt with handling the foster cat, you shouldn't have any problems, which you don't. You know what I mean? Like if you have a sick cat, just keep it in a separate room. Number 6, someone else will say yes. There are plenty of other foster homes, which they won't and they aren't. It's that simple. We have lots of folks who will take kittens, but very will take adult cats. Oh my gosh. I love adult kitties. They are the best. They just want to be fed and they want to be loved. That's all it is. Number 7, I already have a foster cat. All right, well, gets you, partially off the hook. But wouldn't you foster a kitty like a friend? So, number 8, adoptable pets are counting on you. Fosters provide invaluable services to rescue groups and shelters who depend on foster homes. So why foster care? Foster can give you temporary unadoptable animals a second chance at adoption. It provides these animals with an environment where they can prosper, such as programs allows staff and volunteers to provide foster care in their homes to currently unadoptable animals until they are adoptable conditions. So I just love these little darlings. This little darling that I have now, she is just adorable. The criteria, just future adoptability. Will this animal, after being fostered, likely be adopted? Veterinary care is needed. Supervision, critical links between the shelter and forever homes. And this is where I step in. These little darlings, they know, they just love the fact, they just want to be loved. We all want to be loved. That's all it is. That's why I love fostering. Good old little Lily. She is in my beautiful care, and I absolutely adore her. And she just gives me the sweetest meows. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can drop me an email at theblock.sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can drop me an email at theblog.sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You're listening to Miss Sarah B, and I'm your host. You're listening to Miss Sarah B, and I'm your host. You can drop me an email at theblog.sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Guys, we are talking about fostering. What does it mean if a cat is in a foster? When you foster, you agree to take a homeless cat into your home and give him or her love, care and attention, either for a predetermined period of time or until the cat is adopted. That's my life. You know what I mean? It's just like, how, it's so true. I like this. How do you let go of a foster cat? Tips of letting go. Well, my way is I usually have a lot of drinks and I do some shopping. Retail therapy, that's what I do. Usually I have a good old cry, go have a drink, and then I do the retail therapy. Tips for letting go when your foster cat is adopted. Get a foster cat that is not right for you long term. Get friends or family involved. Help find and screen potential adopters. And remember, letting go is one of the enablers to save another life. Tips of, letting go. It's so hard. The Garfield rescue. Oh my goodness. Tips of letting go when your foster cat is adopted. Oh boy. How do you make your foster cat comfortable? Well, my little one, they know. They just rule the place. Prepare a special area for the foster cat to ease in the adjustment into their new home environment. Sometimes it's better to confine the foster cat to a small room, such a bathroom at first. Let them adjust before giving him free range in your home. Equip the room with food and water, dishes, and litter box, which they know. They absolutely know. These little darlings. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email at theblog.sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Guys, we're going to leave on a good high note. My personal life has just been one hell of a mess. You do not want to understand. You won't be able to comprehend going from craziness of my landlord, taking me small claims where I know I'm behind in rent, where, applying for these programs and they're just not responding and they just want me out. I have another situation where, got into a car accident, car was parked, go back to my car and it was gone. It was gone. Like how? How does a car just disappear? It was towed away. So I'm just living like this crazy Mercury retrograde. It's a real thing. Trust me, it is a real thing, and I'm not liking it because I'm being affected by it. And it's more, especially in LA, you feel it more. The good old, 2024, we experienced Mercury retrograde cycles. So December 13th, 2023. So January 1st, 24, April 1st to 24, August 4th to the 27th. Hurry up, August 27th. When is August 27th? So what, we are 19th? Oh, come on. So we got a week to the Mercury retrograde. Oh my gosh, it does impact me. Oh my gosh, many people feeling, increased stress, anxiety, and brain fog during these periods, which is true. We still got a week to go tomorrow. Mercury retrograde is turning up the heat for all August along. Yeah, you got that damn right. A whole damn month. That's crazy. Retrograde, which is just it's not fun because I'm getting the shit end of it all. What happens in Mercury retrograde? A Mercury retro appears to move backwards. The astrologers warn that you might revert to old patterns or relationship or repeat mistakes that you made before. Lots of people seem to think that this is a good time, to contact their exes. No, it's not. There's a reason why they are called exes. But the Mercury retrograde, it is a real thing. We've got it till the end of this month. Come on. This is just enough. Why do we feel so bad, Mercury retrograde? Mercury gets us in a bad reap and goes retrograde for tendencies to shake up communications and understanding that it's communication. This causes mainly highly sensitive people to experience miscommunication, hiccups at work, frustrations with their partners, and delays. It's an uncomfortable time. You got that damn right. Unbelievable. This stupid Mercury retrograde is a real thing because I had, back in July, taken a court. My property manager sued me because I'm behind in rent, which I know I'm behind in rent, but they managed to cash my check. And then this month, I actually got into a car accident, which was actually the first day of Mercury retrograde, which is crazy. The first day where I went and I wanted to just go get my nails done. If they were available, I would have been able to do it the day before, but they weren't. And I had to do a Zoom call, which I'm super damn pissed because I have no wheels now. Yeah, good old living in LA with no wheels. Oh my gosh. Why living in LA is such a hard place to believe, to live. I leave with this quote. Sometimes you must hurt in order to know, fall in order to grow, lose in order to gain, because life's greatest lessons are learned through pain. Yeah, well, enough with the pain. There's a double whammy of the pain. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can drop me an email, theblock@sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Guys, you're listening to the best radio station in the nation, the best digital radio station. You can drop me an email, theblock@sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Guys, it's Mercury retrograde. Please stay safe. It is crazy. It's till the end, which is the 27th. End of the month. Just make sure that you just do everything in your power because there is people out there to sabotage. Stay safe, keep your vibes high, make sure you keep everything nice and clean and try to stay in a calm and a positive headspace. You're listening to Miss Sarah B and I'm your host. You can shoot me an email, theblock@sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 963-9183. You're listening to the best digital radio station in the nation, the Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Everyone has heard about the U.S. space program, but what is actually going on at NASA? Get the real story in 4 minutes or less with the NASA Daily Podcast from Electricast. Join astronauts and researchers as they conduct groundbreaking experiments, work on the International Space Station, and reach for the stars. NASA Daily, your cosmic update.
Electricast.
Have you ever wondered what actually happens in Congress every day? Stay informed on Capitol Hill's daily happenings with a concise, factual summary of the Senate and House of Representatives' activities from the previous session, free from bias, on the Congressional Record Daily Digest podcast. Subscribe on your favorite podcast platform and discover the process from the heart of U.S. politics. The Congressional Record Daily Digest, an Electricast production.
Electricast.